There was an ad a few years ago called Many Chairs, One Table, and perhaps you remember it. It depicted people from all over, from all walks of life, motorcyclists, migrant workers, children, parents, differently abled, urban dwellers, and country folk, reflecting the diversity of humanity, each carrying a chair and walking or riding or helping another to come to one table filled with food to be shared. In the background, the song Get Together by the Youngbloods played. And it begins, "If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Listen, you hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now." It speaks of everyone belonging at the feast, at table, no matter who you are, where you come from, or what you are. Everyone is welcome. At God's table, all are welcomed, loved, expected, and equal. Yet new social situations often can be awkward. As we enter them, we may sense that we're being watched. We may feel exposed and vulnerable. Can you recall a time when you entered a situation and were unsure of what to do or where to sit, and perhaps you took a seat only to be asked to move? Throughout life, we have these experiences where someone says, "Give this person your place." And it doesn't matter your age. Maybe it was the first day of school when you went to take a seat in the cafeteria and were challenged by someone, or walking into a business meeting, making your way to the first available seat only to discover it was where the leader of the meeting was to sit, and it wasn't at the head of the table, and there were no name placards. Or at a dinner gathering, taking a seat, not realizing there was a seating order. There are also those moments when someone walks in and there is no doubt that the most favored seat is theirs. That can be just as awkward, especially if they are asked to move. No matter the situation, for all involved, it's embarrassing. If it happens to you, you feel humiliated, humbled, disgraced in the eyes of all present. You wish you could disappear as your face flushes, your shoulders round, and you make your way to the lower seat. But what about coming in and sitting in the lowest place? Do you think Jesus is encouraging people to do so with the hope of being asked to a higher place? Sounds a bit like a setup for false humility. But Jesus doesn't do things like that. There are folks who take the lowest place because they struggle to believe they might be asked to move up higher. It's a struggle with self-esteem. But Jesus is talking about humility and being humble. And when I speak of being humble, this is the definition I use. Being humble is not thinking less of oneself. It is thinking of oneself less. On the other hand, have you had the experience of being asked to move up higher at an event? And what was that like? The invitation perhaps is, come, take a seat and celebrate. Enjoy the event for what it is, a gathering of God's children. Think not about yourself or your position. Jesus is all about being with others across all dimensions of humanity. He loves and accepts each one of us for who we are. And the same is true with invitation. Jesus says to his hosts, when you open your home to share a meal, don't invite friends, family, and rich neighbors. And in doing so, you set up a situation to be repaid. But invite all the people you don't know, the ones you overlook, the ones hanging around in the street, the poor, the crippled, the lame, and the blind, because they cannot repay you the invitation. In being invited, they may wonder, why me? Why am I being invited? What have I done to deserve this invitation? Or, wow, I am so grateful. Or, man, I'm going to have something to eat today. Or, somebody finally saw me. I matter. For once, I matter to someone else. These folks can't give anything in return for your hospitality except their story, their gratitude, their presence. And sometimes they can't even give you that. The tagline is, and you will be blessed because they cannot repay you. For you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous. The one table where everyone is invited that I am sure of is this table. It is Christ's table, where we, the body of Christ, the church, meet Christ, the bridegroom, in one another, in friend and stranger, and in the Holy Eucharist. This is the home where love reigns, where all are invited, welcomed, and food is shared, regardless of who you are or where you come from. So I return to the beginning as many chairs, one table, and the music of the young bloods. Come on, people, now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now.